Hola, ¿cómo está? Está Bobby con Bud por su vida está y muchas gracias para vivir en su casa y, y más. Hi, Bobby Buzz for Life here and Barbara Fraser Herrera and just saying thank you for letting us come into your homes and film how we do the filming. This is how we do from one home to yours, from our home to yours. And uh, just have a few things to say right now. Things that some of them that have already been talked about and is common knowledge that we do holistic health and beauty aid tips. That's what we do. Master Gardner has her own show. It's not work, it's fun. And she does all about growing things. Okay. Me, I do not. I cannot. I don't give me a plant, it won't last with me. I didn't get that special gift as our father had, God rest his soul. Anyway, he passed it on to my sister, Master Gardener, Bernie D. Lene. And then I have the natural holistic things, things that you can try. Suggestions that we make here are all things that we have already tried and do in our own lives. And everything we do, folks, is just a suggestion. All right, I'm speaking for myself. I know that Master Gardner does things the same way. However, she has certificates and things that she talks about. I do not. I only have things that I've done, and that's what I talk about. So, came to my mind that I was thinking when I was thinking about what to talk about today. The fact that it is going from, of course, winter into spring, and then, of course, we will be in summer because June 1st is next week. And, of course, Memorial Day is coming, and it's all coming. And then it's going right into summer, and then, of course, fall and winter again. 4 seasons. And just the fact that we need to stay hydrated regarding the seasons, and of course coming up into spring, summer, and even fall. It's a lot hotter, and being hydrated is the main thing that we need actually when we're outside, especially because of the heat. And it's not only is important for our insides to get water, and they have changed the they have changed the formula. I guess you said I can't think of another word regarding water and how much a person should drink. And over the years, it used to be 8 glasses of water per day. Now it pretty much is depends upon the person individually. All right, and so it went from 8. I really don't know exactly what it is right now. Excuse me while I take a drink here. And but for myself, I drink about from 4 to 6 glasses per day. I don't know how many ounces. That is up to you, totally. At any rate, so drinking the water on the inside. A lot of folks drink tea is another good thing they say for keeping us hydrated, as well as there are the juices, a lot of juices. I personally don't drink too much juice. Occasionally, very occasionally, a soda, maybe twice a month a soda, because of the caffeine and all the additives that they put in soda. However, the best thing we do is not only drink water, also aloe vera tea that we also call water. Now, in our families, and I do mean multiple people that do this in our families, the aloe vera, as I said, tea, we make ourselves. And that's another thing I wanted to expound upon, is the aloe vera, uh, just exactly what it is, what the leaf looks like. Now this I have is my own from home, yeah. Um, anyway, and it's only actually half a leaf because I cut the bottom half already up in pieces, which I will show you in a little bit. But this is the aloe vera leaf, and what you do is, from experience, a lot of times I used to say scrub it with soap and water. Your fresh vegetables coming out of the garden, even when you buy them from the produce department at the store. So, well, over the years, I just don't do that. I don't put soap on it. I just use tepid water. I actually just use my hands to get the water, to get possible, I don't know, whatever might be on it. At any rate, okay, so you wash that first. And then I wanted to show you, actually. Now, on the outside, there are, some people don't know this, so I just thought I'd tell them about it. So, starting even at the very tip, you probably can't see that too well. It comes to a sharp point, of course, and the little thorns, or I guess you call them like thorns on a rose. Um, However, there are many more of them on an aloe vera leaf. They start at the tip of the aloe vera leaf, the sharp tip, and go all the way down to the bottom of it, okay? And if this came fresh off the aloe vera plant itself, the bottom of it would be much bigger and much wider and somewhat white. And I do have just a little example of one that I had already cut. This came from the bottom of this leaf, and believe it or not, it was that wide. They come wider. They're huge. If you've not seen an aloe vera plant, especially one in the ground, they are huge. So at any rate, this was actually probably about this long, this whole entire leaf, and I cut this right from the bottom. And the first thing you do after you wash it, you want to make sure that you get these sticky thorns, or whatever you call. They're actually called, believe it or not, barbs. That is what they're called. Yes, that's my name. Anyway, so you want to cut them off. Okay, now I have cut this already, as I said. You can see it's darker right there. Well, the whole leaf is not that same color. All right, this is from already being cut off, and not using it for anything right now. So it tends to get darker, and it recedes up into the casing of the plant. Pardon me. So you cut the barbs off, and you cut them all the way around. I'm just going to do a few. And that's what you do. You can do it with a knife if you want. I use the scissors, a lot easier for me. And just cut them off. That's all you want. And you want to make sure they're off, because you don't want to swallow them. You can use it. We use the aloe vera on skin as well. And of course, that would stick you. So we really, really suggest cutting them off. All right, so that's what you do for that. Make sure you cut them all the way off, all the way up. All right. Then this, as I said, has been exposed to the light and the air, because I already cut the bottom part up. Okay, so I want to cut that, not use it for, not to eat anyway. All right, so this one, as you can see on the inside from the very bottom of where I cut it from before, is purple, well, actually burgundy. Okay, burgundy, kind of even a little bit brownish. All right, and this is very, very strong. If you're thinking of using this part of the leaf to make the tea out of, you could if you want, if you could take it, because it's bitter. Aloe vera is bitter, period. All right, no matter if it's burgundy colored or clear, it's bitter. All right, so we do eat it, but we chase it with food. All right, that's how I do it. That's how really mainly everybody, except for putting it in your food and cooking it in the food itself. Then that's another way you can do it. But it's bitter. Okay, so and here again is, I was bringing up the fact that there's a contrast between the part of the aloe vera that gives a clearness, the clear gel. This is the clear gel aloe vera, and again, this is from the very bottom. I've cut it off. See how clear it is? And then the burgundy. And look at the darkness, look at the difference. Okay, now this, as I said, and if you want to use this to make tea out of, fine. It's up to you. It's bitter. Again, so what I do with this part is I use it on skin. You can use it on burns, on sunburns, skin, on scrapes. Mainly saying that if I get a scrape or a little scratch or something, I would always wash it off cleanly, maybe with alcohol or peroxide, and then rub the aloe vera right on it, and then put antiseptic, the antiseptic, Neosporin or whatever, and I'm not advertising for anybody. That's just what I do personally. Anyway, and so, all right, so again, this is from the very bottom of, and this is the clear part of the aloe vera. Now, this particular leaf, I've noticed since I cut this one off of the very bottom, which was exposed again to the air and the light, it's more burgundy. My gosh. Oh, okay. This one is about halfway colored burgundy. Okay. Pardon me. And all right, so that's what that looks like. But then now, I was wondering if they would all be like that, because this is the other half of the leaf. Here's the clear. Okay. And that's the best really to eat. I'm not joking. So anyway, okay. So you cut this into strips and actually cut it all the way up. Cut up strips. As thin or as thick as you want to. It's all up to you, folks. We can only suggest here. That's all we do. So these are your strips. Now, the strips, and the reason, I'm just going to put some on my hands here, that we put them into a container. You can have any kind of container, any size, plastic or glass. It doesn't matter. I have heard recently that putting something like this, anytime you want to maintain the juice from it, the gel or whatever, that it's best really to put it in a dark colored container, because I guess it won't spoil or go bad as quickly, apparently, and it stays the same strength, I guess. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so, and again, this is just a container that I choose to use. It's just a regular old, actually it's a salsa container, and I put my aloe vera pieces all the way up to the top. All right, and I would actually fill it as full as I could get it, and then to make the juice or the liquid that comes from the aloe, which can be clear, some of it can be, here's a container with aloe vera juice or gel, that's liquefied. It comes in several different colors. It comes in not only the gold, lighter, clear, like water, also burgundy, which again, it would be this color, this particular liquid. And it does settle a little bit at the bottom. Okay, so that's normal, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right, aloe vera has just been proven over and over again to do so many things. It has so many benefits. It cleanses you. I don't know, another scientific way. I don't have the right scientific word for it, but it does cleanse you, okay, from the inside out. And when you use it, especially when we eat it. And okay, so again, you want to fill it all the way up the top, because it will make its own liquid. Okay, now I don't have really anything better to pour it in, other than I just want you to see that it is, now this is not completely clear, but it's a little golden. You see how golden that is, folks? Okay, that's what it'll look like. Alrighty, is that a little bit better? Okay, that's what one of the colors can look like. And the trick is this, you want to fill your container all the way up, pardon me, so that it gets squeezed sort of at the top, so that the leaves that you cut will make the juice, and the juice you can use, or the liquid, I don't know, I call it juice, I call it liquid, both. Um, we like this container, for instance, we do put this in our eyes as well. It's fantastic for your eyes, especially when you put it in the refrigerator and then use it. It's for a dry eye, it's for an itchy and allergy eye. Oh my gosh, it just feels wonderful, and it is just wonderful. It helps you. It clears your sight. Now, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not saying that it's a cure all. I'm not saying that, folks. I'm just telling you what we also do. All right, for our own health, and this has been tested, tried, and true for quite a long time, several years. Several of us have done it in our families, and it's just fantastic. And again, we're not doctors. We're not saying we are. We're not trying to, tell you what to do. If you're in a doctor's care, do it. That's what you should do. That's for you individually. And that's what this is all about, folks. But it does help your eyes. And these days, there's a lot of things that they even advertise about that some things are not made the way they used to be. And I don't know which one that is, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I know that this works for a fact. Okay, and it's okay to put it when it's some folks might say, "Oh gosh, maybe that looks dirty. What about the settlement at the bottom?" Well, you really don't want to put that in there because it will irritate just a little bit, but it's still aloe vera. It doesn't hurt. But anyway, the juices, the liquid that you can put, especially in your eyes, are golden, a little bit browner, a little bit more, as I said, towards burgundy tinge of liquid, and it all works the same. That's the whole deal right there. Okay, so we've got the aloe, and you know how to clean it. You know how to take the barbs off. You know how to cut it up and put it in this, and we eat it as well as use it, as I said, on our skin. Use it for a cut. Use it for a sunburn, windburn, chapping, whatever you want to call it. So that's just a really another really good one. It's just phenomenal to what it does, the benefits of it. And I can't even tell you all of them what they are because, as I said, I don't have a license. I'm not a doctor, not trying to be. But it's something for you to try if you choose, if you so desire. And you can get the aloe vera plant not only at like a specialty store, a vitamin store, not a lot of vitamins, little like bodegas have them, the sections where they have the fresh produce. But then you can also get them in grocery stores. There's several of them here in town. And just go and pick it out. And they're pretty cheap, actually. And for the benefits of what they do, the aloe vera leaves, gosh, you just can't beat it. So at any rate, that's one part of what I wanted to talk about today, and all the benefits that I can name right now, as well as the water that we should actually drink daily, especially if we're going to be outside for any length of time. Don't mind if I do. Thank you. Okay, and next thing that I wanted to expound upon, I just heard about. Oh gosh, I forgot my honey. Okay, bananas. All right, bananas are terrifically high in potassium. They also are very good for, and I just learned this last night, as a matter of fact. They are also extremely good for our muscles and our joints, rejuvenating them, okay, in their development and their overall, keeping them in check, keeping them aligned the way they should be, our muscles and our joints. Okay, this is one of the main benefits. Also, I just learned that bananas are really good also for our hearts, our heart condition, as well as our memories. And I didn't know that, as well as and just about the same thing I just found out regarding onions. And the main kind of onion that I was told about was a red onion. Now I don't know about total onions. I assume that that's good for all, the brown, the yellow, the white, whatever. I assume that it's the same for that. I would think, but at any rate, that's what I saw this tutorial on. I actually saw it. Was not my own. No. Anyway, um, so onions and some people are not going to like this. Coca-Cola. I am not kidding you. That's one thing. Now, that's not regarding the banana, but it's another thing regarding how you can keep, I guess, away colds. It's good for keeping colds away and nipping flu in the bud. And all you do is I wasn't going to talk about this, so that's why I didn't bring the items with right here and put them on the table. But the onions you just cut in chunks. I saw it, so you just cut them up in chunks, okay? Set them aside in a container. Get a Coke. Take one Coke, put it in a container, and boil it. Boil it together for 5 minutes. I was surprised, only 5 minutes. Then you strain the Coke and the onions together. You strain it. Sorry. Sorry, I can't get it off. Okay, then we strain it. Okay, and let that go for, as I said, 5 minutes, and then you put them together as a drink, and you take this once a night before bed. Try it for a week, they said. And supposedly in 2 days, you will notice a difference in your system regarding flu and or cold, whatever, okay? So that's another one, folks. And the potassium, oh gosh, and for the muscle strength and the joint, and the rejuvenation of it, oh, you just can't beat it, I'm telling you. So, and especially if you do a lot of exercise or do much exercise or like daily routines with exercise, even if you do things around the house, like lifting the babies or lifting the heavy this or lifting the heavy that, and, just things that you might do around the house for your own exercise routine, okay? The bananas are also going to sustain us as well as this. Now, the Coke drink, I was thinking, because I have not looked regarding the sugar content, and I know that'll affect a lot of folks regarding diabetes, and I totally understand that. God rest her soul, our mother went through that for many years. So, no, if it's a whole lot of sugar, or if there's something else that can be substituted, I'm going to find out. And I'll check on that myself. So, but I know that's going to be a great concern. It is for myself as well, because our mother had diabetes, God rest her soul. 4 shots a day at the end. So, yeah, we learned about that. Okay, so that's one thing. But then the next thing regarding the bananas is take the banana and just cut it in chunks. Put it into a container, any container that you might like. As well as, now, when I saw this, it was a lime, okay? But they call, I guess it must have been another country, even though they were speaking English, they call the limes lemons. And they cut it into chunks as well. And they put the lemon on top of the banana, all right? And put it into its own container. And then for just added flavor, it was honey that they added. Now again, regarding diabetes, etc., you might want to watch the honey, okay? Or maybe, I think agave. I really have not eaten hardly, maybe once, maybe twice in my whole life, agave. So I guess that would be another substitute for it. And of course, there are sugars that are, it says it's low grams, but I don't know. You have to check on that again for yourself. So that's another thing that it's really good to eat in the mornings or anytime during the day, really, because the potassium gives us energy. It helps our brains, it helps our hearts, our muscles, our joints, all of that stuff. So it's really terrific for that. That's just another thing. And the aloe vera, as we said, is something that you can do not only for your skin, for your whatever, your skin, a cut, a scrape, sunburn, windburn. Of course, it's spring going into summer. We're going to get a lot of sun. And those are just a couple of things that came to my mind. And of course, the ever living water. Hopefully 6, maybe 4 to 6 to 8 glasses per day. Okay, folks, so that's what I have for today. Again, I'm Bobbie Buds for Life. This is going to be cut a little bit short. We will see you on public access, X, we used to be Twitter, Facebook, I guess, YouTube, all of those. And so we'll be getting around, and we want to say congratulations to Mayor Doug Denny. And he's already started doing some wonderful things. And it was a gracious transition from the former Mayor Katie Rosenberg to Doug Denny, Mayor Doug Denny. And just want to say thank you for all that they've done and that Doug is going to do. He's already started. So at any rate, and so be watching for us. We'll be watching for you through our televised programs. And take care of yourselves. God bless you. And thank you so much for letting us come into your home. And God bless you. Adios, Roberta. Y familia.